What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you GLG or GLS content today. Genesis League goals. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning. So come by and say hello. All right, guys. Well, we have a new roadmap updated as of May 30th of 2023. And there's a lot of interesting things on here that I wanted to cover with you, and I wanted to do a separate video that we could call a deep dive when it comes to Genesis League goals. Now, obviously, this is something that we have been waiting for a very long time. I had been hoping that it would come out in February with the start of the season. Here we are in June, or at the beginning of June, hoping that we get it by the end of the month, but most likely it seems we will be waiting until July, and again, that's just the most recent update. But I digress. Let's actually see where the team is saying they're at and what we can expect further down the line, because there's some surprises here, which I think should be noted, or at least called out, so we can chat about it a little bit further. So I'm just gonna skip everything that's live for Q2. It looks like they say they are 75% of the way there. Game design, UI, game engine, website integration. Now here on this right column, and actually let me see if I can just zoom in for you guys. You can see here team management, player management, skill management, and then beta release. So let's start with the worst news first, in my opinion. It looks as though the first version of whatever game we get is going to be a beta, which I knew, intrinsically was most likely going to be the case, but that just means that whatever game we get in late June or July probably won't be the full game in terms of full play to earn mechanics and everything there. I don't know how long the beta period is going to last, but based on what we've seen from the game so far, which is not much, it doesn't give me a lot of confidence for us getting this game from a playable format until deep into Q3, and we'll take a look at what Q3 has in store. So at this point, I'm thinking to myself, July is the first month of Q3. I would say we probably won't see an actual play to earn element from this with full rewards and everything until sometime September. Again, I'm just being incredibly conservative for my own emotions and mindset. I don't want to have any expectations ahead of time, especially because, again, we haven't really seen the game be playable in any specific way yet. So I'm hopeful that we will get it within the next 3 months in terms of a playable game. But this does confirm that whatever we get first is going to be a beta, and the team will work out the kinks there. And obviously, we don't want the game to fall apart or be exploited to hell from the first get-go. This this project already is dealing with a lot in terms of exploits when it comes to its history, but that's kind of just reframing what my expectations are overall for when we can see not just a playable game, but specifically a game that has rewards linked to it. So you got the beta release, and then on top of that, team management, player management, skill management. Now, I don't know about player management and skill management, but the team on the last town hall did mention team management, saying that was the next major release that they wanted to do. I'm expecting that sometime in June. They said that, again, there was no real time frame given, except that they wanted to get that done or needed to get that done before the game was actually out. So I don't know when that happens. My hope is that it happens sometime within the next 4 weeks here in the month of June. And ultimately, that's really the only expectation that I have. Team management. Now, I don't know how in-depth player management and skill management will be, but if they are going to be just as vital as something or as big as something like team management, which does, like I said, I'm excited about the whole team management element, right? You create your team and turn them into an NFT essentially. But if player management and skill management are going to take a long time, this beta release, I think even that might get pushed. Right now, I'm thinking between end of the month and July. I could see this going to the end of the month to mid-July, but I could see it going into the second half of July based on how quickly they're able to get all three of these. Because I thought it was just team management, but now we see player management and skill management, excuse me, coming into the mix as well. So that is Q2, and keep in mind Q2 ends in less than 27 days. Excuse me. There we go, less than 27 days. So I just don't know that we're going to get all of this in before that time frame, especially considering on the town hall, Aggie was saying 6 to 8 weeks. That was mid-May. That's why I have that kind of early to mid-July kind of time frame for the beta release. So it does give the team about 6 weeks. I know everybody there is working hard. I'm not trying to throw shade. My whole point is that it just, when we heard team management and then game, and then you get the roadmap, and it's like, oh, team management, then player management, then skill management, and then beta release. So let's hope they can knock everything out. I have a lot of confidence that they'll be able to do that, but we'll wait to see where things end up in Q2. So Q3, and I'll zoom in once again. I guess I should just stay zoomed in now. So Q3, you can see they have new game features that they're planning and UX updates. That's pretty standard. But ranked play, ranked leaderboard, this is what I'm talking about. So when I say deep Q3, September would be the last month of Q3. That is now when I have the expectation for those going live. If it does happen sooner, even better. Even better. But if not, then, we'll see what happens. Now, card combining, we just got the post on that, so that is going to be something that is super important. I'm not sure where they're at with it, but obviously they released the post, so from an informational standpoint, they have, or from a design standpoint, I should say, they have all the information that they need. In terms of actually coding that in, I don't know how long that takes, but there's card combining, ranked rewards, and then this is something that gets me a little, I'll be honest with you guys, it gives me a little pause. Community stadiums. Here we go with a potential land sale before. Okay. I don't even know what this is, but I just know that stadiums. I know that stadiums are going to be the land of the game, right? So my whole thing is like, I want to see a playable game. I don't want to buy land before there's a playable game. So when I saw community stadiums on here, I was like, oh my gosh, this better come after ranked rewards, because if it doesn't, like, I mean. I'm not saying for anybody else to do, you guys do whatever you want to do. But for me, I literally cannot justify jumping into a land sale for a game I haven't seen played yet, right? I may still FOMO into it. Who knows? I'm not going to feel good about it. And the more I don't feel good about something, the less likely I end up doing it. So, I don't know if community stadiums means that it's not necessarily the land sale, because that may be more like private stadiums. So I don't know what the whole community stadiums is. I hope we can get more information on that. But I really would want to see a working game that has play to earn rewards and a whole play to earn element and a functioning economy and market and all of that before we get any kind of land sale within the game. But that's just me personally. So when I saw that on there, well, I wanted to get more information, and we'll wait until whenever the next town hall is to dig into that further. Speaking of more sales, this is interesting. There's a promo card already for Q3 in the works, it seems. I don't know anything about this, but there's going to be a promo card. I don't know what integration is or shop art is, but I will say this. Different from the sale that stadiums would be, a promo card for something like goals actually gets me really, really excited, because again, this game operates with so many real world tie-ins and connections that, or elements that these partner promos that we have, or promo cards that we have, could actually lead to a lot more than, everything we feel like we've been burned on with Splinterlands. There could be, I don't want to say celebrities, but like athletes with significant followings that we do a promo card with. There could be other, I don't even know. Like, you don't even need to stay within the realm of, the MLS, right? What if a promo card is like a legendary football player who's like retired already, for example, right? My mind goes to a lot of really cool places. So I think about the promo card very differently. Now, would I engage in buying the promo card? Maybe. We'll see. It all depends on like what it is and how it fits into the overall kind of gameplay. But if you notice a trend of what I'm saying, or a theme of what I'm saying, it's like everything's going to come down to gameplay. I want to see what the game is like to actually play before I even consider throwing more money into it. It's got to be fun for me in the same way that I enjoy Splinterlands. So that's just why I'm so big on like, let's get the game out, let's get earnings out, and go from there. But I am excited to see what kind of partnerships they can book in the future, just because it exists within the realm of sports, and that is a ginormous industry. So that is Q3. We take a look forward. There's only a couple things that they put out for the future, so I'm assuming this is Q4 and into 2024. But you got rental markets, guilds, tournaments, and stadiums. So just attacking each of those really quickly. Rental markets is something that I would want like sooner rather than later. But obviously you got to get the game out first. So when we look at all of the when we look at everything that needs to happen first, I suppose rental markets launching on day one is probably a very, very nice to have rather than need to have. But I do hope that they can get that in, just because it'll be fun for me to like go and be like, let me see what it's like to have this dude on my team or this dude on my team, right? Or maybe I don't want to buy like a level 5 version of a certain goalkeeper when I can go rent one for a fraction of the cost. Guilds, this is really going to bother me. I really hope they find a more creative name than guilds. It's a little something. I'm like, in the world of sports, it should be something like clubs. Like, let's not call it guilds. Let's call it clubs, or I don't know. That's just small pet peeve. Tournaments, awesome. Cannot wait for that. More competitive stuff in a very highly competitive game based on a real life competitive game, and then stadiums here. So this is what I'm talking about, where I don't know the difference between like community stadiums and stadiums. I don't know if this is like there's a sale and there's community stadiums, and then this is the actual implementation of those stadiums. Again, all I want when I look at community stadiums and then stadiums was just make sure we're not running the sale of stadiums before the game is actually out. And then just mainly because it's not even me being like salty about it. It's just like, I don't want to miss out. Right. Like, and I just in good, hopefully disciplined fashion cannot go or like, go ape into stadiums if the game just isn't playable yet. So I hope that the game is out. It's playable. I'm addicted to it, and then Stadiums comes out, and I'm like, I need to have it all. That's what I want. If I could get that progression, that would be amazing. But that is where we are at in terms of the overall outlook for the rest of the summer. We'll call it, right. The end of Q2 into Q3 and onwards. I don't know what this game is going to look like by the end of the year, but I am very much excited for it. So that is all I have. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you're excited, if you're deflated, whatever the case is. Curious to get your feedback on this, and we'll continue the conversation in the comments section below. I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.